your host, guide, healer, and friend. The Celestine podcast is created to help you navigate through life with a touch of spirituality. Whether you're going through a heartbreak, a stressful day, feeling disconnected, or just want to break free from the patterns of your past, this podcast is designed to help you explore the deepest aspects of yourself and your energy. Through these episodes, I will try to help you navigate and find clarity, soothe your soul, and help you empower yourself with the infinite knowledge of the universe that I have channeled for you. Treat this as a conversation with your innermost self, a place where you can be honest, free from judgment, and completely at peace. So like I mentioned, I'm also a tarot reader. In case you want to get a one-on-one reading with me, you can check out my website, that is www.celestinetarot.com. So on my website, you'll also find metaphysical supplies such as candles, intention oils, and roll-ons, and a couple of blog posts that will help you empower yourself further. You can also check out my Instagram for daily readings and my YouTube channel for pick-a-pile readings. So without further delay, let's jump into today's episode. So today is basically my first episode, and I knew I wanted to start with one of my favorite and one of the most misunderstood topics out there: self-care. So when I say the term self-care, what is the image that you conjure up? I'm sure it is an evening in bed with one of those ridiculously expensive masks, watching your favorite chick flick with a glass of wine, or in my case tea, or reading a book and listening to music, or playing your favorite game on one day of the week. This is something that we all kind of look forward to, where we're not answerable to anyone, where our phone is not buzzing, where our mind is relaxed and we are feeling at ease. But let me break it to you. Self-care is not this chick flick cliche. It's something much deeper. The term self-care basically means showing yourself that you are your priority. It means showing up for yourself through small acts that you do every day instead of just once in a blue moon. Let's talk about what self-care is not. Self-care is, like I said, not something that you've seen in a chick flick. It's not temporary. It's something that takes a lot of work. It is not selfish. It is something that you make time for yourself, even if it means canceling on appointments, so that you can show up for yourself and for your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, for that matter, health. Self-care is not something that is complicated. It's not something that takes a lot of time or effort. It's something that is effortless to you, something that helps you feel good, and something preferably that is not very expensive. Most importantly, it is not a buzzword that has been created by marketing executives to sell their product. I mean, I'm sure you've seen self-care Saturdays and sale on beauty products. It's definitely not that. Self-care is a practice or a ritual that you perform every day in order to get to know yourself better, and something that helps you create a healthier lifestyle. At the core of it all, self-care is something that makes you feel happier and healthier with the life that you're trying to build for yourself. Let's talk about what self-care can do. So, a good self-care practice can help you cope with the stress that you encounter on an everyday basis. The kind of lifestyle that we live these days is hectic, filled with stress, and does not allow us time to recharge our energies. It can also help you ease your trauma that you may have collected right from your childhood till now. It can also harmonize your relationships with not just yourself but the people around you. and it can also, in some cases, reduce anxiety and help you set strong boundaries for yourself. Self-care allows you to get in touch with your truest self. It means taking care of yourself, making time for yourself, and making yourself as your number one priority. Now, I'm sure you must have lost count of the number of times I said yourself, but that's what self-care is about, yourself. So through these episodes, we'll basically be exploring hidden terrains that may be a little difficult to reach and getting deeper, somewhat darker, only to come out more aware of who you truly are and what it is that makes you feel more at ease and at peace. So the first thing that I want you to do is close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths with me. Inhale through your nose and exhale. Inhale once more and exhale. And for the last time, inhale once more and exhale. Keep your eyes closed and ask yourself, how do you feel? How do you feel physically? Do a quick body scan. Do you feel pain anywhere on your body? Is there something that you're struggling with physically? How is your energy? Make note of this. The next thing that I want you to ask yourself is, how do you feel emotionally today? Are you happy, sad, angry, irritated, insecure, stressed out, overthinking, or at peace? The same goes for your mental health. Ask yourself how you're doing mentally today. How is your mind? Is it racing? Is it calm? Is it at peace? Is there something that's bothering you today? And the next thing I want you to ask yourself is, how are you doing spiritually? Is there some sort of practice that you'd like to try? Is there a meditation that you want to do? Are you feeling connected to yourself, to your intuition, to your guides, and to the universe? Really check in with yourself and do this every day to help you understand where you stand. Rate all of these parameters from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and you feeling the best, in case you can't put words to what you're feeling. Now, let's get to know the real you. The person you are when you're truly alone, when you're in private, and when nobody is seeing. Who is this person? Is this person happy and satisfied and at peace? Is this person upset or scared? Or is this person secure in the way that they're feeling? How has your day been? How has this week been for you? What's going on at work? What's going on truly in your mind? Cultivate this habit of checking in with yourself every single day. It takes you about less than a minute, but what it will do is help you understand the energy that you are vibrating at. And trust me when I say energy is everything. Based on the energy that you are at, you're also attracting a similar vibration. So if you're happy, you're attracting happy vibrations, happiness entering your life. Whereas if you're feeling low, you're feeling sad, you'll start observing things with a little more grief. So understanding where you stand helps you navigate through your day with a lot of ease. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to grab a book and a pen. You can also use your notes. I leave that choice on you. And once you're ready, you can resume this episode. Do you remember as kids, the first essay that we always wrote about in school was myself? That's what I want you to do right now. I want you to write an essay about yourself, but as a third person. So I want you to write down every single thing about this person. Truly describe who they are, what they do, what their life has been, and what they're dealing with. What are some of the achievements that you've had? What are some of the embarrassing moments that you may have lived? And trust me, this is gonna get really long. So make time for yourself right now and do it. Describe everything about yourself as if you were talking about your best friend, including your habits and your journey. Come back when you're ready to go ahead with your healing process. Hopefully, you've written this down, whether you've written it in detail or you've written it in short, doesn't matter. The next step that I want you to do is something that will help you get more vulnerable. I want you to send this to either your best friend or somebody that you count on. It can also be your parent. It can be anyone who understands you or you feel understands you and knows you the best. Ask them if they agree with everything that you've written. Now, I'm not advocating that you go to somebody else for validation, but somebody who understands you well will also be able to point out which of these things are true and which of these notions are something that you've made up based on the life that you've had. Just to make you feel a little comfortable, when I did this for myself, I had written down that I did not have a successful career or as successful as I wanted. And when I sent this to a friend that was close to me, they stopped me in my tracks and they said, "But Karishma, you're working and you also have something that you do of your own which helps you get even more financially secure. So how do you count yourself as a failure?" And that's when it hit me that my perception of success was what I'd seen in the movies. I'd always basically wanted to be this big fashion editor who wore designer clothes, carried designer handbags, and was always seen in, those really high heels. But because I'm not there in life and I'm touching 30, I had counted myself as a failure. But that's not the case. I have a very secure job that I'm proud of doing. And I also have something of my own that I truly enjoy doing, which is reading tarot for other people and helping them navigate through whatever it is that they're going through. And even though this started out as a hobby or something that I wanted to do as myself, today I have over 200 readings. I also teach tarot, and it has become a successful secondary source of income. So I'm not saying that this other person needs to validate you, but there are some perceptions about yourself that need breaking, and these are outdated beliefs that you hold of yourself. The reason this is important and the reason that I'm talking about this when it comes about self-care is because we need to identify where you stand in your life, what are the perceptions that you're dealing with, and how can we change those in order to truly serve yourself and see yourself as the best version of yourself. Hopefully this helps you understand how you speak about yourself, where you see yourself right now, so that we can build a bridge to the kind of person or the kind of lifestyle that we want to build, which is the next part of our exercise. The next thing that I want you to write down about is, where do you want to be 5 years from now? What I want you to do is envision yourself at your highest potential. Who is this person? Which city do you live in? What is this person's lifestyle like? What do they do when they wake up? What is their daily routine like? What are their relationships like? And what is their personality like? This is the person that you're going to be working towards becoming. This is who you will be when you continue to love and cherish yourself and put yourself first. Stick this somewhere where you can see it every day. You can also make this into a vision board in case you don't want to write things down. Stick pictures of where you want to live, the kind of clothes you wear, the kind of job that you have, keywords that really inspire you, any movies that you like, anything that makes you feel like this is who I am when I grow up. The reason I want you to do this is because I truly want you to fall in love with the person that you're becoming. You are on the bridge of who you were and this person that you're writing down about. I'm going to show you the roadmap to becoming this person. What I want you to do is, from this list that you've written down, take one thing. Let's take a look at my list. So one of the things that I've written down is 5 years from now, I will be flexible in terms of my body, and I will have wonderful skin, and I will also wake up early in order to exercise or to complete all the tasks that I have. Similarly, I'm sure in your list you've written down something which you can start working on right now. For example, if you've written this person wakes up early or has fabulous skin, then you start with building a practice or a ritual around it. Promise yourself to sleep early. What you do 5 years from now starts today. One thing, one step at a time. Today, try to sleep at least 30 minutes earlier than your usual time. Just to feel a little bit more relatable, I am somebody who has the habit of sleeping not before 4 o'clock because I'm so busy reading or watching something or eating late at night. It's horrible, but I have started sleeping at least 30 minutes early every single day. It's been 2 weeks and now I sleep much earlier. When I say much earlier, I'm not saying that I sleep at 11, but instead of sleeping at 4 or 5 in the morning, I sleep at around 2 o'clock, which for me is a huge victory, which also means that I wake up much earlier than my waking hours, which embarrassingly is around 12 p.m. So like I said, this is a place without judgment. Pick that one thing for yourself. If that is having great skin, then build a wonderful skincare routine starting today. Give yourself that 5-star treatment and much needed TLC every day instead of just once in a blue moon. Great skin is something that can be achieved over time. It's not something that you will get if you do it, say, once in 15 days, but it's something that you can cultivate every single day. And this goes for everything, whether you want to quit smoking, whether you want to quit any other addictions that you have, whether you want to also work on reducing your anger, reducing your overthinking. It starts today. Research about more ways that you can do this. You can also check out my blog post because I write about things like that. We'll be talking more in detail about how you can do these. So in the coming episodes, we'll be diving deeper into how you can show up for yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, or even spiritually. I'm going to be having a lot of guest speakers who are going to help you along with this as well. But let's go back to where we were. Let's look at the 2 lists that you have. And what I want you to do right now is promise yourself that you will do everything that it takes for you to jump from one of these lists to the other, and that you will show up for yourself just as much as you would show up for your best friend. Let me tell you that it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no at work for extra tasks. It's okay to say no to work while you're enjoying your lunch break and hopefully at the time that you're supposed to have lunch. It's definitely okay to cancel a night out with your friends in order to sleep better and wake up fresher And the amount of times that I've done this is unbelievable. Trust me, in the beginning, your friends may get a little pissed, or your colleagues at work may kind of make you feel guilty. But when you show up for yourself, when you start saying no, it helps you set the boundaries that you require. This is the most powerful form of self care. Saying no so that you can start saying yes to the kind of life that you want to build. So, hopefully, you found out who you are, what you want to be, and you're going to start working towards becoming this person. In the next episode, we're going to be diving a little bit deeper. I'm going to be coming up with a few tips and tricks that you can do to show up for yourself right now. So make sure that you tune into that. If you've enjoyed my podcast, make sure that follow me here as well as on my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and anywhere else that you can find me, hopefully. But more than that, I truly want you to use all the things that I've told you today and check in with yourself every single day. So that's all that I have for you today. Hopefully, see you for my next episode. But until then, this is the Celestine podcast, and I wish you all the love and blessings of the universe. See you soon.